Well, her pulse is steady and her color's coming back. All in all, Mr. Conrad, I'd say that there's an angel on your mother's shoulder.
So she's gonna be all right then, yes?
Well, thanks to you. If you hadn't found her when you did, I'm afraid the story might have quite a different ending.
Yeah, well, she scared the hell out of me. So, what now? She's obviously gonna need a lot of rest, yeah?
Well, she needs more than rest. Your mother needs a controlled environment where someone can watch her. She needs psychiatric treatment, Mr. Conrad.
Yeah, I agree with you. But you don't know my mother. She's a very stubborn, very proud woman.
Well, I'm afraid she has no choice. Look, here's the name of a private hospital. I consult there. And I can promise both you and your mother that she's going to get the best care possible. With complete confidentiality.
Well, thank you. I appreciate this.
Well, in the meantime, if she needs anything else, don't hesitate to call me.
I won't. I'll keep in touch with you. Goodbye.
Jeffrey, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Really? Huh? No, I wanted to die. No.
How's my little boy? Can I see him? Where is he?
No, not just yet. We finally managed to break the fever, but we're still not sure what caused it. Now, the lab is running a second series of tests to confirm the findings of last night's test.
But that was hours ago. You must know something.
I know. I'm sorry, Victoria. I will have a definite answer as soon as these tests are complete.
Something's really wrong, isn't it? And you're just not telling me.
Victoria, I'm telling you everything that I know at this point.
I want to see my baby. He needs me.
No, he doesn't need you like this. No, I promise you we're doing everything we can to make sure that he's resting comfortably.
I don't want him resting comfortably. I want him laughing and playing with other kids.
And he will be, soon. Now, you're the one I'm concerned with here. You've got to pull yourself together for Chip's sake as well as your own. I don't think that you should be alone right now.
Look, I'm fine. Really, I'm fine.
No, you're not. Look, why don't you call your mother, okay? Let her come down
My
home
mother
with
left
you.
to go home.
Okay, well, then I'm going to put my head on the block here. Call Mason.
No.
Victoria,
no way.
Victoria, I know that you think you have a lot of reasons for not calling Mason right now, but the man has a right to know that Chip is sick. He is the boy's father.
Yeah. Sure. Listen, man. Okay, I appreciate you getting back to me so quickly. You bet. Bye.
Who was that?
Oh, that was my pal down in forensics. I don't think you ever met him, Zach. Well, it turns out that the skull definitely matched Mark McCormick's dental records.
And it has a bullet hole in it.
Yeah. Darling, how long ago was it that Mary died?
2 years.
Uh-huh. You know, I always assumed that Mark left town then. Obviously, he didn't get that far.
Cruz, maybe you should just drop this whole thing.
How can I drop it?
Why not?
Well, a murder was committed. I think there's an obligation to find out who did it.
No matter where this investigation leads you, you know as well as I do that if you found evidence on my family's property, it's a conflict. And with you involved, it could mean trouble for all of us.
And you know as well as I do, Eden, that there was no way I could predict that would happen when this whole thing started.
I just really, I wish... Your obligation ended when you turned in your badge.
What about my moral obligation? To find out the truth?
Cruz, please. Leave it alone.
I thought I heard you padding about here.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
You weren't sorry at 5 o'clock this morning.
No, I wasn't. Were you?
No. It was lovely. You're lovely. I'm lovely. The day is lovely. The world is lovely. I'm going to get my lovely daughter and bring her out here so we can have a lovely breakfast.
Actually, I'm not very hungry.
What's the matter? Aren't you feeling well?
No, yeah, I'm fine.
What were you doing up so early?
Just thinking.
I know you have pre-wedding jitters. You wouldn't be a typical American male if you didn't have second thoughts, but you already have had second thoughts and third thoughts and fourth thoughts.
Actually, I have had some second thoughts. But it's not as simple as pre-wedding jitters.
Why didn't I see this coming? You're not going to say it, are you?
I want you to forget everything I said about a big formal wedding. I don't want to wait, Julia. I want to get married right now. Today.
Yes, I do. I want to die, and you should have left me alone.
Feeling the effects of the pills you took, well, get some food and you get your strength back and get you some help.
I don't need any help. I don't need any help. I need a miracle, and I don't believe in them.
And if not miracles, then what?
I used to believe in a whole lot of things when I was younger. Not anymore, one by one. All those silly little fantasies and dreams just drop by the wayside.
Hey, I'm here. Don't I count for anything?
Darling, more than you know. I don't think I'd have lasted this long without you.
No, don't get sentimental. I can count the number of times you've been here to help me, you know.
Like on the fingers of one hand. Darling, I may have given you life, but from what I've seen of the world, I wouldn't say it's much of a blessing.
Yeah, well, I don't have any regrets.
Jeffrey, you have cleaned up enough of my messes. Now, please, just let me take care of this one by myself.
What? By trying to kill yourself?
No. Just let go. You make a life for yourself. You have Kelly and now new baby coming, darling. You have everything to live for.
And so do you. Oh. Just think of the people who love you. I love you.
And if you love me so much, then you let me take care and let me do what I have to do.
Damn it, I won't. You're not going to get away with this, not this time, because every time something happens, something goes bad, you just pack up and leave. Well, not this time, not anymore. You're going to stay here, and you're going to fight. You're going to fight.
I just want you to try and understand.
I think I do understand. We can't sit on something like this just because we're afraid to face the consequences, you know? I mean, we have to come to grips with this sooner or later. As long as we live in this town and the present district attorney is in the office, every time something like this comes up, there's going to be a race, and I want to get to the finish line before he does.
Yeah, well, I hope that is the case.
Open up, Castillo. I know you're in there.
Speaking of the devil.
I think you better let him in. I can't make my feet move toward the sound of his voice.
Do you think he knows that we took the skull?
I'd be disappointed if he doesn't.
Come on, time's a-wasting.
Yes.
Well, hello! You two honeymooners sure are up bright and early, aren't you?
Come right in.
Why, thank you. I mean, here you guys are. You keep some hours, don't you? I mean, you're out like half the night, and then you get up here at dawn's crack. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, a regular Nick and Nora Charles.
That must make you Asta.
Funny, huh? I mean, clever girls, they just keep you guessing, but don't feel left out because you keep me guessing, too. You know, I was wondering about you, Cruz, all the drive over here, and I was wondering what kind of guy would go to all the trouble of filching a skull from Pamela Conrad's domicile, gift wrapping it, putting it on my desk, and then stealing it back again. I mean, you need a scorecard to keep track of the players here.
Is it you have a question? Is that you have a question?
1 or 3. What the hell are you doing breaking into my office and appropriating state's evidence? I mean, I got there this morning, and I just didn't see what I expect to see. Here we have, not only do we have the aforementioned cranium, purloined, but we also have a report on my desk that says that said skull used to rest upon the shoulders of one, Dr. Mark McCormick.
I hope you're enjoying this, Eden, because I know I certainly am.
Oh, well, that's good because I'm not finished yet. I wondered even more. I said to myself, you know, here we have a guy who, you know, obviously no love was lost. He left a lot of blotches on medical annals. I mean, Dr. McCormick, look at this guy. I mean, he made as many enemies in Santa Barbara as he made house calls. But who would hate him so much they wanted him dead? So I started reviewing my rogues gallery, and I came up with one certain rogue. One man who stood out from all the rest that could profit from this man's untimely demise. And I can name this tune in 2 notes. Mason Capwell.
Now, if I live to be 100, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to figure you out. When did this sudden urge to elope come upon you?
Actually, it's not all that sudden. Whatever obstacles, real or imagined, have been placed in our path. I think we both have known that we were headed for a walk down the aisle. I just don't want to wait anymore.
Yeah, but what changed between last night and this morning? What happened to make you change your mind? And you wanted all the stuff before the big wedding, the hoopla, the whole Megillah.
Yeah, I did, but I've been mulling it over, and I think you're right. I don't think we need a cast of thousands. I think that's for romantics and fools.
Then I qualify on both counts. Mason, I don't want a wedding in a neon chapel with a judge who doesn't know us from Adam and his wife crying and chewing gum. But I've never been married before, and I don't intend to do it again. And since I've had time to think about it, I want all the trimmings. I want to walk down the aisle in a white dress like everybody else.
That takes so much time. Planning.
Now, you can leave the planning to me. I'll plan it. It'll be a wedding gift to both of us. And you deserve to have a real wedding. I want it to be like it's the first one for both of us. Come on. What do you say?
Yes. No, it's all right, Victoria. What is it? Oh, my God.
What happened?
Chip's in the hospital.
Yes. Oh, well. What next?
Yeah. This is just ugly enough to command a big price. The wolves away from the door a few more days.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, sweetie. How'd it go?
Not so hot. Only $6.22.
What? This area has more millionaires per square mile than the rest of the state. What kind of person gives a kid pennies?
It isn't right, Mom.
Of course it's not right.
No. I mean, collecting money for the homeless. It just makes me feel kind of funny telling a lie. We're not homeless.
Well, sweetheart, this is a preventative measure. I mean, we have a roof over our heads right now, but who knows how long that's going to last. We've got to pay the rent somehow.
What about Uncle Keith? He has a job.
Yeah, but it doesn't pay him enough to afford this house.
Then how come we moved here if we can't afford it?
Sweetheart, it's the American dream. I mean, this is the American way.
I don't get it.
Look, why don't I drive you downtown to the Capwell Hotel? Plenty of rich people stay there.
But you always told me to ask questions if I didn't understand something.
You're right. I did. Okay, look, why don't we sit down and I'll see if I can explain it. Let me tell you a little story. There was once a small seaside village named Hanna-Barbera, and there was this beautiful girl who lived there named Cinderella.
Did she have a wicked stepmother?
Oh, she didn't even have a sports car. I mean, she had nothing. And on the rich side of town, there was this beautiful lake with all these gorgeous swans swimming back and forth, and they used to go out in the morning and they'd flutter around and show off all their beautiful feathers. And Cinderella used to go down to the pond to try to play with the swans and feed them, and they would ignore her. As a matter of fact, not only did they ignore her, they would run in the other direction. They would swim away from her. And this made her very sad. So, she got out her magic wand. And she destroyed the lake. She turned it into a toxic waste dump. And all those swans lost all their beautiful feathers. And she got herself a house of her own. A big, beautiful house. And she built her own lake with no swans. So you see? Now do you understand why we have this house?
Not really.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Why don't you just go out there and do the best you can? Just tell people that you're collecting money for a needy family of 3. I mean, that's pretty close to the truth. And you go back to that person who gave you those pennies, and you tell them that there's plenty of starving people in this world a lot closer to home than they might think.
Okay.
I can't understand why we haven't heard anything. It's been hours.
I'm sure Scott will be here as soon as he knows something.
Can I get you something? You probably haven't eaten anything since
No,
yesterday.
thank you. I couldn't.
Look, I'm sorry I sounded so hysterical on the telephone. I'm really grateful you're here.
Chip's sick. Where else would I be?
Good, Mason. I'm glad you're here.
Boy, we're just going crazy waiting.
I think we finally found the infection and we're treating it right now. Now we have to find out where it came from. Chip's test results from his blood cell count indicate that, yes, they are dangerously low.
But what does that mean?
What I suspect we're dealing with here is not uncommon with babies Chip's age. It's a disease of the bone marrow known as aplastic anemia.
Can you treat it?
Well, first, we have to confirm the diagnosis by running a test which requires a bone marrow biopsy. Now, I'm going to need your permission for that.
Is it going to hurt him?
He will feel a little discomfort and a little pressure, but we can't proceed without it.
And if it is what you suspect?
Well, then we'll go ahead and perform a bone marrow transplant using Chip's closest compatible relative as a donor. Now, usually we'd wait a few weeks to see if the bone marrow would repair itself, but Chip's case is very severe at this point, and we have to act immediately. So I'm going to need you both to stand by.
What are his chances?
Why don't we deal with one thing at a time, okay? Will you consent for the test?
Of course, anything to make him well.
I'd like to see Chip for a minute, if it's all right, Doctor.
Of course.
What are you doing to those plants?
Julia showed me how to do a Japanese flower arrangement.
So you're strangling them? Is that?
I am just trying to find something to do to keep my mind off our little impromptu visit from Keith Timmons.
Oh, now, come on, don't let him get to you, baby. You know, he's just grasping at straws.
I just hate this, you know. It's exactly what I was afraid of. He can't have one calf well, so he's going to have another. I mean, can you believe the nerve dropping those threats about Mason?
He's fishing, you know. He doesn't have anything about Mason. He just came here to rattle your cage a little bit.
Well, you know how tenacious he can be. Oh. Brother, you know, he can't blackmail Daddy anymore, so now he's going to put Mason in jail. He wants Capwell blood.
I know. Well, the man can't help himself, you know. He's got evidence of a murder sitting on his desk, and it's burning a hole in his pocket. It's DA's dream come true. It has all the earmarks of a big, splashy front-page scandal.
Yeah, well, we've got to do something about this.
Now you're talking. I'm going to find out exactly what did happen to Mark McCormick.
What about Mason?
Well, Mark first. I'm going to start digging and see if I can find out what was going on when he died, who he was seeing, you know, what he was up to.
Unless Keith beats you to it.
No, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to let that happen. As long as I'm around, he's going to railroad anybody in this family. He's got to go through me first.
I'm working by the sweat of my brow.
Keith, she's got $300 to spend on this show, and she wants to buy some stupid plastic salad buffet thing.
Check that out. She's looking fine.
Her shoulders are too big.
You can get me in a half Nelson anytime she wants to.
Oh, come on. Go for the refrigerator. I mean, it's frost-free.
The lounge chair. That's what she... Go for the lounge chair.
The lounge chair is fake leather. See? You should have taken the refrigerator.
What is your obsession with refrigerators? Everybody has a refrigerator.
We don't. I sold it today. They're coming by tonight to pick it up. So I'm going through all the perishables. Uh-huh.
Good.
Well, wait, that's extra crunchy toffee. We're saving up for something special. I'm going to smear it all over your body.
Keith. Hard measures for hard times, doll.
Hmm? I was counting on using that stow your body in for leasing this mausoleum.
Why'd you do that?
We have bigger fish to fry. What do you know about Mark McCormick?
The illustrious doctor? Not much.
Really? Really? It's not what I've been given to believe.
Okay, Keith. It was a long time ago. I mean, that's ancient history. I mean, I knew him before, you know, I knew you in the biblical sense.
Skip the scriptures. What about his doings with the Capwells?
What about them? Keith, what has this got to do with Pamela Conrad? What has this got to do with our meal ticket, with furnishing this house, with anything?
I'm afraid our gravy train is still among the missing. She's blown town. I checked the airports, the railroad stations, and even Jeffrey doesn't know where she is.
Leave it to a man to be useless in an emergency situation. If you want to find Pamela, you got to think like Pamela. You got to put yourself in her shoes.
Gee, I don't know. I'd rather put myself in your shoes. Those red patent leather strapless ones. You know, the ones with the toes cut out.
Would you just be serious for a minute?
Okay, darling. All right. Okay. Let's do it your way.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're Pamela. Where would you hide?
Jeffrey, I know what you're trying to do. You're baiting me. You're just trying to get some sort of rise out of me, so I'll fight back.
Seems to me that it's working.
No, I should never have called you. Oh,
Yes, you should have. Because it was a call for help, and I'm here and you're still alive, and that's all that matters. That's all.
it's just some sort of temporary stay of execution, you mean? Phew, if I can't manage to take my own life, I'm sure that Keith Timmons will step right in and finish it for me, and if not him, then Cece.
Okay, look. No one can prove that you didn't kill Harold Clark out of self-defense. As far as I can see, you're no more guilty than Cece's.
You tell that to a judge and a jury, okay? And even if by some miracle I was acquitted, you think Cece's just gonna let it go at that?
Yes, I do. Because I think he wants this whole thing behind him just as much as you do here.
No, you'd never do that. He's not gonna leave me in peace. He's not gonna finish till he has the last word.
Listen, you can't let Cece's threats control your life anymore because you'll be running forever. Now listen to me. Hey, I want you to come back to Santa Barbara with me, all right?
No, I can't go there. I can't face that.
Well, how do you think I faced up to things for 2 years when I thought you were dead, huh? You know how cheated I felt? The grief I carried around with me every single day, every minute of my life, and then by some gift I got you back. And yet, although things have not been easy between us, do you think I can just let you go like that? You're part of my life, you see, and I want you to be part of my baby's life. Now, let's go back, and we'll walk through this thing together, all right? I promise, I will be there for you. I will stand by you.
I can't, Jeffrey. Cece vowed he was gonna take me down, and he will.
Nurse Janine, telephone line 4. Nurse Janine, telephone line 4.
So how long do you think you can keep this up?
Huh?
Look at you, you're asleep on your feet. I know, it's a trick I learned in med school.
No, I'll be all right.
What's the latest on the Capwell baby?
You tell me. We've got doctors, nurses, lab technicians running around the clock with this one, and I can't tell Victoria for sure what's happening with her son.
You'll get there.
Yeah. Actually, I think we're pretty close. I have the lab running a few backup series right now to confirm it. But we're looking at a couple of hours, and I know how slow that's going to pass Victoria.
What about you? You could use a couple of hours to wind down and catch a second wind.
A cup of coffee and I'll be fine. Ugh.
You know, you may be a wonderful doctor, but you sure make a lousy patient. You've been running on automatic pilot for days now. You got to give the old machine a rest.
Oh, really? And what does the doctor prescribe?
Well, there's an ancient family secret that is guaranteed to cure anything that ails you.
Look, I appreciate your concern. I really
Stow
do.
it, Doc. You're coming with me.
Uh-oh. Kidnapping.
Dr. Dunn's report to OR.
little. He's already been through so much.
Babies are strong, Mason. They have to be. Besides, he's a cat. Well, and he has a family who loves him. He's gonna pull through, you see.
This makes you feel so helpless. I wonder if he even knows I'm here.
I'm sure he does.
You know, as much as I appreciate your being here, I'd sort of like for one of us to be home with Samantha right now.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I've been thinking about her since we came here. I love you.
So am I.
What are we gonna do?
We're going to make him well. Whatever that takes.
Ancient family ritual you were touting, huh? Chinese takeout from hung fats and instrumentals by Mantovani, huh?
Food for the body, music for the soul.
Mm.
And it's not Mantovani. These are relaxation tapes I use in my hypnotherapy sessions.
Oh, great. It's working wonders. It's putting me right out.
Well, that's 2 strikes from me. You didn't eat much either.
I'm sorry. I know I'm a little crazed right now.
You know something, Clark? You've got to learn how to relax, especially when you're on call pulling these 18-hour shifts.
It's pretty hard to relax when you're up to your ears in emergencies.
But in between the emergencies, you can take 5 minutes of quiet time to get rid of the craziness and refocus your energies.
Are you kidding me? I can barely focus on anything but my patients when I'm at work.
You ever tried meditating?
No, I keep forgetting my mantra.
Don't knock it till you've tried it, Doctor, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, it's a great way to dispel tension, rev up your energy level. You can do it any place, anytime.
Oh, yeah, I know. And you know something? You know who I was in a past life? Shirley MacLaine.
You're so bad.
Next thing you know, you're going to want a psychic healer here on the staff.
You know, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, right. Read your fortune cookie, learn something.
Excuse me, Dr. Clark, the lab said you wanted to know as soon as the test results were in on the capital day.
All right, tell him I'll be right there. Thanks. This is it?
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Aren't you going to work at all today?
I beg your pardon. Were you trying to get rid of me?
No. I just don't want you neglecting your work because you're worried about me.
Well, Kane can handle the office, and besides, I'm supposed to worry about you. Didn't you hear the vows I took?
You know, it doesn't seem like we've had a peaceful day since Pebble Creek.
That's true. But we've had some interesting nights, huh?
Yeah. I think we should have stolen that magic book so we could have brought it back with us and disappeared anytime we wanted.
I wouldn't have known whether to go backwards or forwards.
I wouldn't care. You know, 48 hours would be enough. No interruptions, no skeletons, no DAs banging at the door.
Well, maybe we could cast a little spell of our own. I'm sure if you lit a candle and I locked the door, I'd be able to scare up a little love potion. Who knows what might happen.
Well, I'd love to do that, but I can't. I've got to go see my mother. Told her I'd go see her and bring her some soup.
Oh, should I come along, maybe?
No, I'll be back in a little while.
Well, what am I supposed to do while you're gone?
Well, you can look forward to what we're going to do when I come back.
Oh.
And you lock the door and don't let anybody else in.
Well, how will I know it's you?
I'll knock 3 times.
There's an answer for everything, I guess.
I learned it from you.
I'll do this. Don't be long.
Come on in. Oh, great. The perfect end to a perfect...
Tableau. Mother and daughter. You know, you amaze me. You really do. I mean, here you are, a devoted mother by night, a dedicated lawyer by day, Masons, whatever, round the clock. I mean, you're a regular woman of the 80s, aren't you? I mean, you just want it all.
Can we cut to the chase?
Well, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but in your capacity as assistant district attorney, isn't it your duty to assist the district attorney, me? And I've missed you around the water cooler today.
I had a family emergency.
Oh, well,
What's the matter, sweetheart?
I can see, I can see.
You're scaring her. I'm going to put her down. Would you hold on for a second, please? Come on, sweetie. We'll go lie down for a minute, okay?
In your capacity as district attorney, you should assist me. So I'm afraid, darling, on this particular assignment, I need your help, so you're going to have to stop playing Susie Homemaker.
All right. I believe that we have other DA, assistant DA people working on staff. Isn't this something that they
that's true,
could
but I
handle?
have particular reasons for needing your expertise in this. In a convoluted way, it's all related to Hal Clark, you see. I want you to find out what you can about this man, okay? Find out what his quirks are, you know, sexual preferences, who he's friendly with, who he's less than friendly with, everything you can.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, didn't I mention that? A certain Dr. Marcus Aurelius McCormick.
Mark McCormick? Wait a minute, this is not another wild goose chase like the one you sent me to when we went to Vegas. Remember that one? Mark McCormick left Santa Barbara a long time ago. He has ancient history.
Well, you know what they say about history. People that forget it are doomed to repeat it. It seems that this ghost's bones will never come to rest because it was Marcus McCormick's bones that they found in the Capwell boathouse.
Mason, where's Victoria?
Got her to lie down for a little while.
I'm going to need to talk to both of you about Chip.
How bad is it?
It's what I suspected. The biopsy confirms that it is aplastic anemia. No, I'm going to have to set up for a bone marrow transplant as soon as I can.
You said something earlier about a compatible donor.
Yes, that's right. Now, Tory is ineligible because of her medical history, and I need to have somebody who is an immediate relative. So I'd like to get your blood cross-matched as soon as possible. You may be Chip's best hope for getting out of this.
Whoa! Oh, wow! So much for feminine intuition.
Oh, maybe she's hiding in the bathroom. In the bathroom. Come on.
Whoa!
In the shower.
You know, I don't look half bad. I mean, considering the life I'm leading.
There's probably a portrait of you somewhere aging in a closet. I can't believe it. I really thought we'd find her holed up in here someplace.
That's what you get for basing your life on the mysteries of Nancy Drew.
Oh, where could she be?
Oh, I think she's probably somewhere in South America, counting Krugerrands, cavorting with young German boys.
Sounds like one of your fantasies. What's this?
What?
She was here. Look at this. She was here.
Yeah, well, the operative word is was. She's vamoosed, she's scrammed, she's gone. We were so close.
Let's go down and talk to the guy at the front desk. Maybe when she checked out, she told him where she was going.
Oh, yes! Yes! Fugitives from justice always leave forwarding addresses at hotels. That's the way they operate. She won this round, we'll win the next. We're going to get her by hook or by crook, I'm telling you, because she owes it, and she is going to pay.
How do you feel?
Like death warmed over.
Ah, you're being morbid. Sure sign of recovery.
Where are we going? Not Santa Barbara, Jeffrey. I can't.
What do you want me to do, Mother?
I want you to pull over and let me out.
I'm afraid we don't have time for that. I told them we'd be there by 5 o'clock.
Told who? We'd be where? Another hotel?
No.
Is this some sort of trick, Jeffrey? I want you to tell me where we're going.
Look, don't worry. We'll be there soon. You'll see when we get there.
No, damn it, you stop this car right now. I'm just not going 1 other inch until you tell me exactly what's going on.
Nothing is going on. The doctor gave me a referral, that's all.
You're taking me to some institution. No, I won't go, Jeffrey. I will not be treated like some pathetic lunatic or a mad woman.
Calm down. It's not an institution. It's the only place I can think of right now where I'm absolutely sure you'll be safe. So please, just go along with me on this, okay? I promise you, it's for your own protection.
Oh, Sherlock.
You know how to lead a woman on a merry chase.
What's this? Oh, 1985. That's truly a vintage year.
Well, I would have picked a different bottle.
Excuse me? What's with the magazines?
Oh, well, I just figured we'd been together so long, in case we got bored or something. I got a Sports Oddities for you, make you feel at home, and West Coast Living for me, a couple crossword puzzles, you know.
That's fine. That's just great. Boring? I'll show you boring. Strap them on there.
Take hold of my hand and say something sweet and kiss me just before you leave. I want a smooth love to take me down to where I've never been before.
Apparently, the test they ran on Chip confirmed Scott's diagnosis. They want to go ahead and schedule the bone marrow transplant.
Oh, God.
We'll do whatever we have to save him, of course. Victoria, you do know that no matter what you and I have gone through, I still care about the boy.
I know.
Scott wants to do preliminary tests to make sure my blood is a match. You and I both know that it won't be.
Well, I guess this is it. Cruz has to know.
Want me to go with you?
No, you stay here with Chip. I have to do this alone.
Told to run away and join the circus. I don't have a rich relative. I don't have change in my pocket to buy a lotto ticket.
Oh, it's all my fault. I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you mixed up in that house we couldn't afford.
It's sweet, but it's not your fault. It's my fault. You were just showing faith in me. You were just showing me that you cared.
I do care. And I still have faith in you.
However misguided, let's face it, I lost my touch. I mean, the magic is gone. The sun is set on the Timmins Empire.
Don't say that. Chin up. Come on. I mean, nothing's wrong here that a good meal, a good night's sleep wouldn't fix. I mean, then we'll be ready to take on the world all over again. Hey, look. I think fate has decided to intervene. Come on. Open up.
I'm hungry.
Come on, do it for Mommy. Come on. Chew. Better?
All right.
Then all we have to do is find ourselves a bed and make ourselves at home. Now, I know this is not our usual style or lack of it. I mean, there's no pussycat movies on the television, and there's no neon lights next door from the lounge. Not even any lumps in the bed, probably.
There's a vibrating bed.
It's all right. We'll turn off the lights, and we'll make our own vibrations. Come on, snookums.
wish I could have helped you, Chip, but you're gonna be all right. We'll make sure of it.
About time.
Chris.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry. I thought you were Eden coming back. Come on into her.
Eden's not here?
No. She went to visit her mama.
Good. I need to talk to you alone.
Something wrong? What's up?
Chip is in the hospital.
Oh, no. Is it serious?
Yes, it is, very. His life is in danger. And you're the only person who can help.
Well, I'll do whatever I can.
No,
you know
you don't.
that.
You don't understand. Chip's life depends on you knowing the truth. Cruz, Chip is your son.
You're serving the president. His clashes with Nancy Reagan. I'm Tom Brokaw. The story exclusively on NBC Nightly News.